Don't believe it. Everyone in Kanai Ward is a homunculus?
Yeah, there's no mistake. This city is a city of homunculi.
Even the Flatty? And Fuzzhead too? Everybody? But no one mentioned anything like that! How'd they manage to hide it?
I don't think any of them knew they'd been replaced by homunculi either. That's because they lost those memories when they emerged as homunculi and went wild.
And what happened to the original residents? The ones who first lived in Kanai Ward?
I think they're gone.
What do you mean, gone?
When the defective homunculi went berserk and attacked Kanai Ward, the original residents died. All of them.
They're all dead?
That explains how the homunculi replaced their originals after they returned to their senses. By the time the homunculi regained consciousness, the originals were gone. With the exception of those like Kurumi's grandfather, who refused the blood test and vanished completely. That's because those who didn't have their DNA extracted had no homunculus to replace them.
So if they were killed without a substitute in place, they were considered missing.
This is the tragedy that befell Kanai Ward 3 years ago. That's the truth behind the Blank Week mystery.
The city is falling apart!
You destroyed it. You exposed the mystery behind the city. You are an uninvited guest here. You're the enemy. But it's not over yet. You still haven't reached the truth behind this city. I won't let it happen. I will shelter the mystery of Kanai Ward. Look, I keep telling you. Swapping places is just in your head. You have no proof a switch even took place. There's zero evidence for that. The homunculi were destroyed after the experiment. At the hands of the researchers who saw failures. That's why it's impossible! Homunculi would have attacked the city! No one was killed by the homunculi! This is the truth! Dr. Wesker left a video journal discussing the conclusions of Project Homunculus. It clearly shows the Doctor dying at the hands of a defective homunculus who went out of control. But we met the Doctor at Amaterasu's lab, even though he should have been dead already. The fact that we met him after he died proves he and the other citizens were all replaced by homunculi.
I see. So the doctor at the lab was also swapped out homunculus.
That's why he didn't know about the results of the experiment. And also why he knew nothing about the Blank Week mystery.
He didn't even remember the terrible things he did.
He caused the city's greatest tragedy. But maybe what little conscience he had left urged him to leave evidence. No, not yet. I refuse to give up! I have to protect Kanai Ward!
Why does the other master want to protect Kanai Ward so badly?
You don't fully understand it yet. You know nothing about Kanai Ward. What do you know about its darkness?
Master, watch out! Master, cut it to pieces!
The rain clouds covered Kanai Ward to block out sunlight, which homunculi are vulnerable to. The homunculi stopped their attack thanks to the clouds covering the city.
Master, don't let him get away! You gotta finish this!
That hypocrite! I'll expose him for who he is! We're not done yet! The city's darkness goes even deeper! This is the answer! The dead in Kanai Ward are transported to the abandoned village, a restricted area. Whenever a defective homunculus revives, its intelligence decreases, turning it into a zombie. The city would have been overrun with zombified homunculi if the bodies were left alone. That's why the bodies have been getting sent to the abandoned village.
Peacekeepers always tried to get rid of the bodies as fast as possible. Did they know they'd turn into zombies?
No, they were probably just following orders. They were told that bodies in this city rot quickly. The people of Kanai Ward, including the Peacekeepers, didn't know that they're all homunculi. It must also be the reason why they were so strict about keeping this place isolated from the outside world.
We've got you now! There's nowhere to run, Master!
I told you, that's not me! You think that's enough to defeat me? You think that's enough to expose Kanai Ward's darkness? More! Kanai Ward's darkness goes far deeper than that! This is the answer! That's right. The people in Kanai Ward love their meat buns. You know what they're made of, don't you? The main source of nutrients for homunculi is human flesh. That's why everyone craved those meat buns so much. Warning. Homunculi are predisposed to eating human flesh in order to maintain the artificial organic synthesis in their cells. Currently, there are no alternate sources of nutrition, and they grow sick if they do not consume human flesh. That's a primal instinct homunculi can never defy. What are you? Mystery phantoms are supposed to prevent mysteries from being exposed. And yet, it's like you're guiding me to the truth. It's not just the meat buns. Residents of Kanai Ward also have other characteristics. Of course, I'm sure you've already noticed them. A bomb?
He's trying to boon kill you, but you can defuse it by solving the mystery.
You've seen it time and time again. You should already know this. They're physical abnormalities. It's another part of Kanai Ward's darkness. Physical abnormalities?
Let's go, Master! We gotta join hands and defeat my other Master! Nice! Nice! Huh? Pink blood? Hey! Everyone did have pink blood! I think I got too used to it.
Now that I think about it, it's really abnormal. Blood being pink instead of red is obviously strange. That's right. From the very beginning, I thought something was off. Since I first saw a corpse in the city, I had my suspicions about the color of the blood here. Is that a real corpse? It's not some mannequin, is it? This blood is real? How? Why? I figured it was due to Shinigami haunting me. Like it was somehow changing the way I see things. Shinigami, you don't feel anything after seeing this body?
You're asking me how I feel about death? Well, let me tell ya, this is totally ordinary. I was just saying there was nothing odd about there being a corpse. The color of human blood doesn't matter to me.
But why didn't the other master detectives mention anything about the color? It wasn't mentioned at all while I was investigating crime scenes with Halara. Oh, right! Maybe...
The rain sure has changed things around here. Both the city and the people, too. Supposedly, there's something in the rain that messes with our bodies and the environment. But it's all hearsay.
It could be because Chief Yako said the rain affects things. In fact, maybe it wasn't just the master detectives. Chief Yako and the other people in town. Maybe they all believed it too. For example, they could have said there were some chemical properties in the rain that causes blood to change color. In that case, people wouldn't find it strange that their blood was pink. Yes, homunculi have pink blood. Maybe they were made that way to differentiate them from their originals. Now, you're finally seeing the big picture. I've been waiting for this!
Master's Mystery Phantom sure doesn't seem scared of these mysteries being solved. Anyway, we gotta beat him! Otherwise, you'll get caught in its destruction!
Fine. Let's end this. It's time to expose the truth of Kanai Ward's ultimate secret. It's over! You? You think you can do it?
recaps out of kindness, you know. I'm just saying, it'd be nice to get a little appreciation.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was all a part of your process or something.
Anyway, time to boom kill this mystery phantom.
Let's expose all the facts and finish this once and for all. It's time for the very last deduction denouement! It all started 10 years ago. The UG tasked both its own research facility and Amaterasu Corp to conduct homunculus research.
They were trying to create an immortal army of homunculi that could just come back to life, right? If that happened, the Death Gods would be out of a job!
By having the two organizations compete with each other, they hoped to rush development along. And it was the UG's research facility that managed to create a homunculus first. That drove Amaterasu into a panic. So, 3 years ago, Project Homunculus was conducted under Dr. Weska's direction.
Acting like they were just testing for a contagious disease, they took blood from all the people in Kanai Ward. They were turning the town upside down, trying to find DNA that would help them make homunculi. They got beat to the punch and were rushing for results. Huge death flag if you ask me.
Ultimately, the experiment was a failure. And their efforts resulted in nothing more than a mass of defective homunculi. Defective homunculi have two fatal flaws. One, they revive after death with fully repaired bodies, but their minds deteriorate and they become zombies.
2, sunlight whips them into a bloody frenzy, but they won't remember what they did afterwards. It's kinda like when an alcoholic corporate drone with a lot of pent-up stress gets a picture at the company party.
I'm not sure that's really the same. Anyway, the newly created defective homunculi were exposed to sunlight and immediately went on a rampage. They attacked Kanai Ward and murdered all of the residents.
A certain masked man then created a rain cloud generator by making some extreme modifications to a public bathhouse. He covered the whole city with those clouds.
The rain clouds blocked out the sun and brought the defective homunculi out of their berserk state. Their memories reverted back to when their blood had been drawn 1 week before.
The blank week mystery refers to a period where they went out of control and lost their memories. So basically, Kanai Ward's ultimate secret is...
3 years ago, the defective homunculi of all Kanai Ward residents murdered their human counterparts. Exposed to sunlight at the very moment of their creation, they went berserk and wiped out the entire city. Rain clouds then blocked out the sun, and their human memories returned.
The defective homunculi have no idea they're not human. And they continue on to this day in this land of never-ending rain. They just live their lives, happily munching away on human flesh-filled bones.
The pink blood wasn't caused by the rain. It's actually conclusive evidence that every resident is a homunculus.
This is the truth behind Kanai Ward's ultimate secret!